Hear your favorite NFL legends sharing their stories and insights every week, right here on Thursday Night Tailgate with Chris Mascaro and Bob Lazari. Take it away, guys.
There's no way out.
And now back with us here on Thursday Night Tailgate is former Patriots Pro Bowl running back Tony Collins to help us go through our 5-star picks of the week. Hey, Tony, how are you tonight, my friend?
Hi, Tony.
Doing fantastic. How you doing, Chris and Bob?
Really good as always, Tony. Good to have you here. So, Tony, as we look back at week one, all got off to a good start. We're all 4-1, so no blood yet. We're all sort of, all square so far. You certainly got off to a fast start in the first game. You were the only one to take the Eagles over the Falcons. Both Bob and I took Atlanta, so we were down in an 0-1 hole right away, but we made up for it. You took the Giants in the Giants-Jags game, and both Bob and I took Jacksonville, so that's what ended evening us up. All three of us had the Vikings, the Patriots, and the Panthers, so 4-1, good start, Tone. Let's see what if you're able to keep it going now as we head into week two.
Let's do it, baby.
There you go. Our first game this week, Tony, is going to be the 1-0 Panthers going to the 1-0 Falcons, or the 0-1 Falcons, I should say, and the Falcons are a 5.5-point home favorite. The over/under here is 45. So, Tony, who do you like in this NFC South battle?
Man, I wasn't really impressed with Atlanta last week against Philly. I don't know if it's playing away or not, but I like the Panthers' defense, man. I know it's going to be tough going down to Atlanta and beat them down there. Tough game, but I'm going to go with the Panthers. I just like their defense. I think their defense is going to win the game for them. So we're going to go Carolina 21-17.
All right. Bob, what do you got?
And that was an awful performance by Atlanta last week, but I just think with Ryan and Jones, there's just too much offensive talent there, Chris, and they're at home. So I got to go with I still think it's going to be them and the Saints just to battle it out to see who has a shot to go far in the playoffs. So I'm going to pick the Falcons, and I think they're going to come out of it, and they're going to probably win. How about 30-21?
And guys, I really don't like either team. You guys know what I think about Cam Newton, being the most overrated player in the league, and minus that 2016 season. Matt Ryan, to me, is just an average quarterback. He had that MVP season, but he's just sort of an average guy. Neither one of them did much last week. Ryan, 21 of 43, 251 yards and a pick. Cam, 17 of 26, 161. No touchdowns, no picks. So not a lot to be excited about either guy last week. Both defenses played well. They allowed exactly the same number of yards, 232. But in the past 3 seasons, no one has allowed more receptions to running backs than the Falcons have. Christian McCaffrey is one of the best running backs catching the ball out of the backfield. And the Panthers are going to be without tight end Greg Olsen, which means more targets to McCaffrey, which I think means more success. And I think they're going to win this game. I'm going to take the Panthers in an upset. I'm with you, Tone. I'm taking the Panthers 24-20, so very close in the score as well. Second game this week, guys. Vikings going to Lambeau Field to take on the Packers. The Vikings are a 1-point road favorite, due in large part because we're sort of wondering if Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to play or not with the injury he had to his left knee. Over-under is 46. So, Tony, who do you like here?
Is Aaron Rodgers playing?
Yeah, we don't know. It's I think they think he's going to. They suspect that he will.
Can I have 2 picks? If Aaron Rodgers is playing, I'm going with the Packers. If Aaron Rodgers is not playing, I'm going with the Vikings. Can I do that?
Flip the coin. Flip the coin, Tony.
Yeah, you got to flip the coin, Tone. Take a risk.
Wow, I watched the Packers game last week, man. And the Aaron Rodgers is something special, man. He just came back and won that game by himself. I don't know, man. Vikings got a great defense, and if they get to Aaron, knock him out of that game, if he doesn't play, I'm going to go with the Vikings, just because of their defense and how they get after the quarterback. And I don't know if Aaron's going to be at 100% on Sunday or not. So, going to go with the Vikings. We'll go 30-23, Minnesota.
Bob, we got.
I like the Vikings too, guys. I like the way they kind of contained Garoppolo last week, got off to a good start at home. Here they are at home again. Again, at Rodgers, if he does play, not going to be 100%. Sometimes that doesn't stop him, but I just think the Vikings are going to be a very good team this year, and it seems like the new quarterback's fitting in well. I'm going to say the Vikings win this game 28-20.
All right. And I'm with both of you guys. I'm taking the Vikings as well. I love their defense. I think, Aaron Rodgers, if he does play, he's certainly not going to be as mobile as he usually is. I think the Vikings are going to get a lot of pressure on him. It's the defense that caused 4 turnovers last week against Jimmy G and the 49ers. They sacked him 3 times. I think the defense is going to be the difference. The Vikings offense played well. The Packers defense allowed 140 yards rushing. And I think Dalvin Cook and Latavius Murray are going to be able to, replicate that for the Vikings offense. I like them as well. I'm taking them 31-24. Third game this week is the 1-0 Chiefs going to my 0-1 Steelers. How ridiculous does that sound? Steelers are a 5-point home favorite, and the over/under is 53.5. Tony, who do you like here?
Wow. I'm telling you, Chiefs. They have an explosive offense, man. That receiver, I forget the kid's name. He also returns punts and returns kickoffs.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, man, he's so special. I like their offense. I like their defense, and watching the Steelers play the Browns last week, man. I know it was a rainy, messed up day. Couldn't get a lot going, and I just didn't see that fire in the Steelers to put the Browns away. And I know that's a division rival, but sorry, Chris, man, I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs coming into Pittsburgh and beating the Steelers in a close one. We'll go 27-24 Kansas City.
Ouch, Bob, what do you think?
I just think the Steelers are kind of embarrassed right now, Chris. Not that Cleveland hasn't improved themselves, but still, it's Cleveland and you're home in the first game of the year, and this is a Super Bowl team. A few people that I know, including myself, think they can go and had them going, but I just don't see them going 0-2, Chris. And kudos to Connor for taking over for Bell and putting up the numbers he did with all that pressure on. That was the silver lining from that game, but I like the Steelers to bounce back here, Chris. I'm going to say they win 30-20.
Yeah, I can't even talk about last week's game. It was so frustrating. I just hope someone found the real Ben Roethlisberger, because the guy wearing number 7 last week had to be an imposter. But speaking of Ben, according to an article by Matthew Berry on ESPN.com, since 2014, he leads all quarterbacks with a minimum of 5 starts, averaging 23.3 points per game at home. Also, since the start of last season, there have been 5 instances of a quarterback scoring at least 25 points against the Chiefs defense, and that came when the Chiefs were on the road. They're on the road in Pittsburgh this week, and they're not going to have their starting safeties and Eric Berry and Daniel Sorensen. So advantage Steelers, and like you say, Bob James kind of looked exceptionally well, except for that fumble that he had towards the end of the game that cost him. But I'm taking my boys. They're going to win this game 31-24. Our fourth game this week is Tony's 1-0 Patriots going to the 1-0 Jaguars. The Patriots are a 1-point road favorite. The over-under 45.5. Tony, can the Jags upset your boys?
Man, I'll tell you, they want us really, really bad. And Jacksonville has a great football team. It's going to be tough going down there and beating them down there in Jacksonville. But, I watched Patriots play last week, and I think their defense has improved. Their offense is that's Belichick and Tom Brady doing their thing as always. A tough game, man. A tough game, but I can't go against my Patriots, so I'm going with Patriots winning. Close one, 24-23.
Wow, 1 point eker. All right, Bob, what do you think?
This is a coin flip game for me. The teams that would scare me against the Patriots would be a team like Jacksonville, a team that plays incredible defense, and you're going on the road to play them. This is the type of team, the only type of team that I think can beat the Patriots. And but this one, my goodness, so early in the season, New England's still pretty healthy. It is again. I'm almost tempted to flip the coin, but I've never had any good luck betting against New England, so I'm just going to go on that fact. I'm going to say somehow Brady and a healthy Gronkowski pull it out, just like Tony said, maybe a 27-24 game.
Yeah, and I don't know who I want to win this game, but I tell you, I feel pretty certain who's going to win this game, and that's the Patriots. The Jags talk so much trash, and I think Tom Brady's got a little extra juice for this Sunday's game. Plus, as long as Blake Bortles is back there for the Jaguars, in the immortal words of Molly Hatchet, they're flirting with disaster at any moment. He was 18 of 33 for 176, a touchdown and a pick last week. Leonard Fournette looks like he's going to be out, so the running game is going to be down to TJ Yeldon, so that's an advantage to the Patriots. And last week, a good Texans defense. Brady still 26 of 39, 277, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Gronk 7 catches for 123 and a touchdown. So too many things pointing to the Patriots for me. I'm taking them 27-17. All right, we've got our next guest, Johnny Rogers, hanging on the line. We'll get to Johnny in just a moment. Our last game this week is the 0-1 Giants going to the 0-1 Cowboys. Cowboys a 3-point home favorite, over under 42.5. Tony, you liked the Giants last week. You sticking with them again this week?
This is my toss. This is my toss-up game. I watched the Giants play, and I'm still a Barkley fan. I think the kid's going to be fantastic. I think he's going to be a 1,000-yard rusher this year. I just didn't see anything spectacular out of the Giants, and I didn't see anything spectacular out of Dallas when they played Carolina.
Right.
I mean, Dak Prescott is. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's got the receivers that he needs, or is it his offensive line that's not doing well. I mean, Zeke didn't have. I don't know if he even had 100 yards in the game. Nope. So I'm tossing it up, man. The head Cowboys, tails the Giants. Here we go. Tails on Giants.
Sticking with the Giants. What do you think they get? What's the score?
We'll go 17-13.
Wow, low scoring game. You know what we haven't had yet, Bob, this season? And again, it's only week 2.
The blowout.
No blowout specials from Tony Collins yet.
No blowout yet.
That's coming.
Maybe next week. Yeah, maybe next week. Bob, who do you like in this one?
I like the Giants, guys. They were rusty last week, just didn't look good. And Dallas, you can't figure they're another head scratching team, and Garrett's job is definitely in jeopardy there. But I again, with Beckham and Barkley and the tight end, they just have too many weapons. They got to figure it out, a way to score, 3-4 touchdowns. And Dallas is just they seem to miss Bryant. They seem to miss Witten. It's just a team that, I don't know, even with Elliott, it just doesn't seem to gel. But let's say the Giants go down there and give the fans something to cheer about up here in New York. So Giants, how about 24-20?
And I got it very similar. I like the Giants as well. I got them winning this game 27-20. I just don't think there's anything to like about the Cowboys offense. Dak has no one to throw the ball to. Cole Beasley was their top receiver last week. He isn't scaring anyone. Zeke was held to 69 yards, which I expect to see a lot of. I just think teams are going to stack the box, stop Zeke and dare Dak to throw it. And 19-29, 170 last week. He was sacked 6 times by the Panthers. So too much Giants. I think the Giants figured out Saquon Barkley is going to be really good, like Tony said. 106 yards on 18 carries, so nearly 6 yards a carry. Last week, Odell had 111 in receiving. I like the Giants as well. Tony, before we let you go, remind our listeners about the great things you're doing helping kids go to college.
TonyCollinsFoundation.org. Go to the website, make as much donations as you can. We're coming off our 10-year anniversary. TonyCollinsFoundation.org.
Appreciate you, Tony. Look forward to catching up with you again next week. In between now and then, all the best to you and your family, my friend.
Good luck, Tom.
Yes, sir. Have a great one, guys.
See you, Tony. That's former Patriots Pro Bowl running back Tony Collins and our 5-star picks of the week. We're going to get to our next guest, Johnny Rogers, on the other side of this pick, Station ID.